What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make what I think is the best simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock BONEMEAL farm. This farm works on 1.17 and on all other recent versions of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on a phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, and a Switch or PC. By the way, it is a lot more efficient than my previous BONEMEAL farm. As you guys can see here, this farm will allow you to quickly and easily get a ton of bone meal. For this farm, all you'll need is 12 chests, 1 lever, 1 redstone repeater, 3 redstone torches, 11 redstone, 4 pistons, 4 sticky pistons, 4 signs, 8 glass panes, 4 kelp, 2 water buckets, 4 slabs, 4 trapdoors. You guys can use any type of trapdoor that you want, 8 composters, 20 hoppers, 12 sand, 7 ladders, and finally about a stack and a half of solid blocks. You guys can use any type of solid block that you want. By the way, a couple examples of solid blocks include cobblestone or wood planks. The first step is to take some solid blocks. You guys can use any solid block that you want. Now place down 2. Then place 1 at this spot and 1 over here. After you guys have created that shape, break this block. Now come back to the front. Then place a lever over here and a redstone torch at this spot. Then place a redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Now place a redstone at the spot. As you guys can see there, that should create a redstone clock. Once you guys are done creating this redstone clock, flick this lever down to shut it off. The next step is to come over here. Now place 4 blocks at this spot, and 4 over here. Then place 4 sticky pistons over here. Make sure those 4 sticky pistons are facing this way. The next step is to come to the back. Now place 4 blocks over here. Then place 5 redstone like this. As you guys can see there, the redstone should connect to the sticky pistons and make them extend. The next step is to place sand in front of each sticky piston. Now place 2 sand blocks on top of the extended portion of each sticky piston. That sand and sticky piston system will update kelp so that it grows every single second in this farm. The next step is to place 5 blocks over here and 5 on top. Now come to this side, then place 4 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 4 over here. Now come to the back, then place 5 blocks over here, and 5 more on top. Finally, come to this last side, then place 2 blocks over here. Those blocks will enclose the sand. The next step is to place 4 blocks like this, then place 4 pistons on top. Make sure those 4 pistons are facing this way. Those pistons will automatically harvest all of the kelp that is generated in this farm. The next step is to place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here. After doing that, place a block on top of each piston. Then place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here. Once you guys are done creating all those walls, place 4 slabs like this. Then place a trapdoor at each of these spots. Those trapdoors will allow you guys to easily replant kelp if the kelp ever breaks. Then place 4 blocks this way. The next step is to temporarily place 4 blocks over here. Now turn over this direction, then crouch down and place 2 chests over here, 2 over here, 2 over here, and finally 2 over here. Once you guys are done placing all those chests, break these 4 blocks. Then come inside here and turn this way. Now crouch down and place a hopper at each of these spots. Make sure each hopper is falling towards the chest in front of it. You guys can tell the hopper is falling towards the chest in front of it because as you guys can see there, the nose of it should be facing that way. Those hoppers will collect all the kelp and funnel them into these chests. Now crouch down and place 2 hoppers below each chest. As you guys are placing hoppers, make sure each hopper is falling downwards. You guys can tell your hoppers are falling downwards because the nozzles of them should be facing down. The next step is to crouch down and place a composter below each of those hoppers. These composters will convert all the kelp into bone meal. After you guys have completed that step, place 2 chests over here and 2 over here. Then come to this spot. Now break this block. Then crouch down and place 2 hoppers at each of these spots. After placing all those hoppers, come up here, then replace this block. Make sure all those hoppers are falling towards the chest in front of them. You guys can tell those hoppers are falling towards the chest because as you guys can see here, the nozzles of them should be facing that way. This will be the bone meal conversion system of this farm. How it works is kelp will first be funneled through one of those hoppers into one of these chests. From those chests, the hoppers below them will funnel the kelp into the composters. Whenever a composter is full of kelp, it will create bone meal. Then one of these bottom hoppers will funnel the bone meal into one of these collection chests. By the way, the reason why there are 2 composters in each row instead of just 1 is because one composter will not be fast enough to keep up with all the kelp production. The next step is to come over here. Now crouch down and place a glass pane at each of these spots. Then place another row of glass panes on top. Those glass panes will prevent kelp from getting shot out of this farm. After placing those glass panes, come up to the top. Now open each of these trapdoors. Then come inside here. Then place a sign at each of these spots. Those signs will help ensure that your water flows correctly. The next step is to come outside the farm. Now create an infinite water source. To do that, place some blocks in this formation. Then place your water bucket over here and water bucket over here. By creating that infinite water source, you guys will be able to use 2 buckets to fill in all the water for this entire farm. The next step is you come back up to the top. Now place water in each of these slabs. All your water should flow just like that. Once you have placed that water, place kelp on top of each of these sand blocks. Now close the trapdoors. At this point, you guys can fill in and break your infinite water source. The next step is to come to the back of the farm. Now place a block over here and a redstone torch at this spot. Then place a block on top of that redstone torch and a redstone torch over here. Now place a block on top of this redstone torch and a redstone torch on top of that block. It's really important that you guys create this redstone system correctly. That redstone torch should be powered off, this one should be powered on, and that one should be powered off. Now place 5 blocks over here. Then place 5 redstone on top. That redstone will connect the redstone signal to those top pistons. The final step is to come to the side. Now place 7 ladders over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those ladders will allow you guys to easily access the top of your farm just in case you guys ever need to replant the kelp. I am now going to do a quick flower map so you guys can check and make sure you've made this farm correctly. Up here you guys should have this water and kelp chamber. In front you guys should have this bone meal conversion system. This side of your farm should be looking like this. Make sure all your hoppers are falling in the correct directions. The back should have all this back redstone. Make sure you guys did all the back redstone correctly. Finally, this side should be looking like this. It should have your redstone clock. How this farm works is, whenever that lever is flicked, it will activate the redstone clock. That redstone clock will cause the sticky pistons to move the sand back and forth, which will cause the kelp to update and grow every single second. The redstone clock will also make the top pistons move back and forth to harvest all the kelp that grows. The harvested kelp will then flow through that water stream into each of those hoppers. From those hoppers, the kelp will get funneled into these chests, and from these chests, these hoppers will funnel that kelp down into each composter. Whenever a composter is full of kelp, it will create bone meal, then these hoppers below will funnel that bone meal into one of these collection chests. Whenever you guys want to turn the farm off, all you guys need to do is flick the lever back down to shut the redstone clock off. I am now going to show you all how to use this farm. To use it, first flick this lever. Now just wait. As you guys can see there, kelp will get constantly grown and harvested, then funneled into these composters. Whenever a composter is full, bone meal will be created and funneled into one of these collection chests. This farm is a great quick and easy way to get a ton of bone meal. By the way, you guys should stay near this farm whenever using it. If you guys are going to leave the area or leave the game, you guys should turn the farm off first to prevent it from breaking. If this farm does not work for you, then check to see if you made it on a chunk border. If you guys made it on a chunk border, you guys will need to remake it so that it's on one chunk. If the kelp in this farm does not grow for you, then try turning the farm off and on. Also, check to see if any sand has fallen into this bottom trench. If any sand has fallen down here, you guys will need to break it. If the kelp in your farm ever breaks, you guys can easily replant it. All you guys need to do is come up here, then open each of these trapdoors. Now replant each of the kelp. By the way, this farm is expandable. You guys can expand it as big as you want as long as it is all in one chunk. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock bone meal farm. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for what I should do in future videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other Minecraft videos. I upload every other day. Thanks for watching.